So let's continue with the cart panel. So firstly, I've been thinking that maybe we should increase the size of the side panel, the one that we have over here, because it's looking a bit too cluttered and maybe we should be adding a bit more breathing space. So for that, let's head back to the editor, and within the cart component, currently we are setting the width to be of 320. Let's increase it to be of 360. And I guess that's looking a bit better. And let's also decrease the size of the book cover image while keeping intact the aspect ratio so that it doesn't look odd. So for that, let's head to the cart item. So there we have the stack and we are spreading out the mixin. So if we take a look at the mixin, we are setting the width and the height to be of 125. So let's copy the same thing over here so that we can override the value. And I guess reducing it by 1/3 would be good. Let's actually do that. Let me open calculator. 85 by 3 minus 125. Oops, I actually made a mistake. It's 85 by 3 minus 85. That would be 56. The same way for the height, 125 by 3 minus 125. That's 83. So let's do that. If we save it, and I guess that's looking much better. Perfect. So now let's head to the cart component, and on the typography where we have the cart, let's add some margin to the bottom of about 3. Let's go with 4. And I guess that's good. All right, so now let's head to the cart item over here, and we have to complete off the component which looks something like this. So firstly, we have the image that which we have already done. Now we will be adding another component which will include the title and the quantity manager, and in the end the price, which will go in such a way. Now the thing is that this particular component that we have, this one will be reused over here as well in the book item. So it means that we have to make it a component so that it can be reused easily. So like we have to keep that thing in mind. So now let's head back, and over here we have the stack. So right next to it, let's add stack component, another one where we have the typography for the title. Let's set the variant to be of H6, the title to be of this at the moment. And what else can we do? Well, actually now we just need to make the quantity manager. So for the time being, let's structure it right over here, but later we will be kind of pushing it to a component of its own. So looking at the structure of the quantity manager, so for that, let's actually use a stack component with the direction of row, and within this there will be 3 elements: the minus, the quantity, and the plus button. So for that, because these are more of like icons, so we will be using the icon button component, and let's also import the icons of them, like the minus and plus icon. So for that, let's head back over here. So from the icons from the material icons package, let's first import the increase icon, and the name of it is, let's actually look it up. Let's add, instead of increase, let's go with add. Actually add, well, there it is, add circle. What is this? Outline. I think this one would be good. Let's actually do that. Copy it over here. Let's just take the name, and similarly we also need the decrease one, which would be reduce or remove, I guess, remove circle. There it is. So let's copy the same thing, decrease icon, in such a way. So now right within the stack, we will be using the icon button to wrap these two so that we can have that clickable sort of effect on them. So the first one would be increase, will actually decrease, because it will go on the left side, decrease icon. The other one would be increase icon, and in between we'll have typography. And let's hard code the value to be of 1, but obviously everything will be dynamic, so let's do that. And let's also add some spacing of about 1, and on the stack, the main one, which will contain the title and the quantity manager, a spacing of 1. So if we do that, let's head back over here and let's see. Well, there it is. We need to fix a few things, starting with the alignment, as it looks a bit too odd. So for that, right on the stack that we have, let's add align items to be off center, and then on the icon button, like for both of them, we will be changing the size to be of small. By default it is medium, so this size actually means the clickable portion size. If I move my cursor, as you can see, the clickable portion has been reduced. Let's also add a bit of spacing. So for that, on the main stack containing the content, let's add ml margin left of 2, and that's good. Let's also decrease the font size of the icon, like the actual icon. So for that, on both the icons from the icons material package, we will be changing the font size. So by default it is 24 pixel, and we can go with 18 pixel, and I guess that is looking good. I think that would work. And let's actually see the design as what we have over here, looking pretty similar. Should we invest time to make it look like this? I guess we can skip this part. Let's just stick with these, as I think these look good as well. So let's just stick with this part for the time being. Alright, so now let's add the price, which will go in the end, but at the same time we have to take care of the, what do you call it, the title. Suppose if it's too lengthy, let's actually do that right now. Copying the same thing, it will break the layout, as you can see. So in order to fix this, what we can do, firstly we can set the no wrap thing, and this will obviously break the layout. So we have to wrap it up within a box, so that it will, obviously we have to import the box first. So box is a div element with a display of block, and I forgot to save it. Let's see. There it is. And let's also provide like a constraint on the width. So for that, otherwise it kind of adjusts itself based on its children, but by having a width, it will make sure that it doesn't, like anything within it doesn't exceed it. So let's set it to be off. Let's see, the cart is 360. I think 120 would be enough. Well, actually that's not good. Maybe not, like if we do not use the variant of H6, the default one is body 1, and I think that looks good. We don't really have to have a big font for this case, so I think we can stick with that. That would work. Beautiful. And yeah, I think that would work, so let's stick with that thing. And now let's place the price, which would be another element within this stack. So this one would be just a typography of the price. Let's hard code the value for the time being, and there it is. Let's fix up the alignment. So this is a stack. Wait a second. Well, it has to be outside this thing. So there it is. And now on the main stack component, the one wrapping the entire thing, the the book cover, the middle content, which includes the title and the quantity manager, and in the end the price. On the main stack, let's set the align items to be of, well, actually not the align items, just well, actually align items, we do need that, but yeah, I do not want that thing. I actually like the text. Well, actually I think this would work because we will be having more items, so having this layout will actually be good for us. So yeah, I think that is good. We just need to push it all the way to the right side, and for that, over here we have the we have this. So maybe on the typography, let's do ML, margin on the left, to be of auto. Let's see, and I think that's good. We just need to change the font. So for that, over here, class name to be of Lato, and there it is. I've been noticing that the Lato font is not bold because we use the same thing over here, and this should be bold. If we check out the document where we are importing the font, so we are importing Playfair Display and Lato, and 600 weight for both of them. So how come this doesn't look like 600, which should be semi bold? Let's actually get to the theme, and over here where we have the Lato, let's explicitly set it to be of 600, and I guess that's looking much better. The same, like, it's looking good over here as well, so that is beautiful. Alright, so this completes the cart item, and now we need to work on the content, which goes where it is at the bottom. So it includes this part, which is this, and then the button. And one more thing which I just realized, that because this part, like this thing, will be dynamic, like this is something which will be reused on, like over here we will be reusing the same thing if the item is already added to the cart. So for that, what we can do over here in the cart item, where we have this component, this thing, the quantity thing, let's take it out, and within the cart, let's create another one which would be quantity QTY manager. I'm out of names at the point, so let's just paste this thing, which means we have to bring in the required things. And do we have everything? So we don't need the box, we don't need, well, actually we do need the rest of the things, so let's just keep it the way that it is. And right over here where we have the box right next to it, let's add the quantity manager. I'm sorry that, like, my mic is in between, so I cannot kind of, like, I have a bit of trouble typing, so don't mind about that. Alright, so I think that's good. We have this thing as a reusable component. I can already sense that we will be doing a bit of prop drilling in this case specifically, but doesn't matter. So yeah, that would be it. And now let's actually work on this part. So I'm gonna break off the video, I'm gonna cut it off right now, and in the next video let's work on this, and if we have time, let's also wrap up the other part of the cart panel. Alright, so let's do that, and we'll have to think about it, as in what to do, like how to switch between these two. Anyway, let's do that and this thing in the next video. Thank you for watching.